I was regular Anna from Brooklyn, immigrated with her parents when she was a teenager and going to work every day, like sitting in that gray cubicle, looking at the walls and thinking, really, is this what my parents took this huge risk of coming across the world so I can get a nice, not a great, but nice paycheck? Those of you who are mothers and parents know, like once you have a baby, your whole world flips upside down. It was like a huge whirlwind. It made me re-evaluate everything in my life. Like what was on my business card didn't matter anymore. The promotion, the raise, none of that mattered. I go back to my corporate job, to this golden cage, silver cage, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna have 2 weeks of vacation time. We'll go to the beach, we'll go to Paris for 3 days. And I was getting more and more depressed just thinking about that. But again, everybody was doing it and I was doing it. Went back to work. On paper, everything was great. I had a beautiful husband, a beautiful baby, a beautiful house, a great job, but I was miserable. I just couldn't imagine myself continue living in this rat race of not feeling like a good enough mom, not feeling like a good enough worker. And something snapped in my head, like, what if none of that mattered? And I could do anything in the whole wide world without worrying about the baby or the house or the mortgage or the job. Travel. And travel has always been my crutch. I needed to figure out how I can make travel a bigger part of my life than just 2 weeks vacation every year. But I knew nobody in travel business, and when I started telling my friends, I think I'm going to become a travel agent, that feels like the most natural, easiest thing. They're like, travel agent? Have you heard of dinosaurs? But for a year and a half, I was living on adrenaline and 4 hours of sleep every day because I was so into what I was onto something. I just couldn't figure out what it was yet. New baby, I still had a job, I still had a commute, but every single free moment of my life, I was researching this thing, trying to figure out what I could do. And I can't say it's been roses and butterflies because there's been COVID and I've canceled vacations for a living for a good year and a half. And I still say that the worst day in this business has been better than the best day in my corporate job. My mantra in this business is to under-promise, over-deliver. Like I'm spoiling my clients left and right because it makes me happy. It's not even about the bottom line, it just makes me happy to see people happy and excited. Now I kind of understand what life is all about. And it's so short and it can change in the snap of a finger, like what we see what's happening right now in Europe, in Ukraine. And when my friend the other day asked me, should I go to Paris in July? I've been wanting to go to Paris, but with everything going on in Ukraine, I don't know if I should. It's like, go to freaking Paris. You don't know there's gonna be Paris tomorrow. Maybe the world's gonna be on fire and there's gonna be no Paris. If you have the time and the money and the drive, just go.